Let me ask you about something going on here in Washington, and this is this situation that's grown up around Congressman Steve Scalise. He's part of the part of the Republican leadership in the House. It turns out that 12 years ago, he made a speech to a white supremacy group. Some Democrats are saying he ought to leave. Speaker Boehner says he's standing with him. I don't think that this helps the Republican case in any way, but what about Congressman Scalise? Is this a serious thing?
Let me say, first of all, I admire your professionalism. You got through that whole thing without breaking up. The fact is, you have a president who for years went to a church whose pastor said stunningly hateful things about America. The president explained he didn't hear any of them. Okay, and we all gave him a pass. He gave a great speech in Philadelphia as a candidate. We said, okay, we got it. Now, he went to that church a long time and listened to Reverend Wright a long time. You have other cases. You have Bob Byrd, who was the majority leader, who was a Klan leader. You had Hugo Black, who was a justice, who was a Klan leader, but they were Democrats. So being in the Klan was okay. The fact is, the only African-American member of the Louisiana delegation, a Democrat, says that Steve Scalise does not have a racist bone in his body. Mia Love, the brand new first Republican African-American woman in Congress, said he's been extraordinarily helpful to her. Scalise is a deeply committed Catholic who condemns hate organizations and, to the best of our knowledge, gave a speech on taxes 12 years ago. Now, for a 12-year-old speech to be blown up into a national story, I think is, frankly, one more example of a one-sided view of reality.
But what does this do? Let's just talk about the politics side of it. Here you have, you're coming up on the 2016 race. Aren't Republicans going to have to find some way to appeal to Hispanics and to African Americans? And what is that way? Because I think you would agree right now, if you just look at it, it doesn't look like they're doing very much.
Look, first of all, if Steve Scalise is the whip, helps pass criminal justice reform, if he helps organize the kind of hearings that Congressman Cummings has called for, if we see action on real things that affect real lives, nobody's going to say, but didn't you 12 years ago stupidly schedule a group? Second, Kasich in Ohio got 26% of the African-American vote and was endorsed by the biggest black newspaper. Deal in Georgia, Governor Deal, doubled his share of the African-American vote, driven in part by criminal justice reform. Senator Cornyn carried the Latino vote in Texas, and the gubernatorial candidate got, I think, 44%. In Colorado, the Republican candidate tied the Democratic incumbent 48-48 with Latinos. I believe we could have a very different election in 16. I don't think demography is destiny. I think leadership is. And a Republican Party, which is solving problems, is going to do very well.
Newt Gingrich.
Good to be with you.
Always good to have you. And we'll be back in 1 minute to talk with the director of the Lyndon Johnson Presidential Library, Mark Updegrove, in a minute.